Okay. Make sure everything is good for both YouTube and yeah, everything's good. Okay. I am extremely excited to get into this and actually play because I have not played. Actually, I don't think I've ever played Fire Red now that I'm thinking about it. And I've wanted to play these older games with a shiny starter really bad just because of how long the hunt is. And I know that sounds weird because the hunt is 1 in 8,192, I think. But a longer hunt actually kind of sounds fun to me. So I'm actually looking forward to killing and hunting Charmander. Pokemon that I've always wanted to hunt Charmander. I never have. Out of all the generations, out of all the hunts that I've done, never done a Charmander. Don't know why, actually. Charmander's like my favorite Gen 1 starter. I have shiny Charmanders from like Pokemon Go, but I've never actually hunted one. Who should I name my rival after? Always do something different for my rival every time that I play this game. Who should I name my rival after? Okay. I'm gonna name my rival after my friend Muddy. Gonna name my rival after my friend Muddy. I heard that after you beat the Elite Four, kind of like posted notice, if you're confused, ask for help, press the L or R button. I don't think that was there in the original game. I don't know, I'm not used to seeing this big ass screen. I'm used to it being a smaller screen. I'm used to playing it on GameCube, DS Lite, Nintendo, just regular DS. I'm used to playing it on something like that, not the Switch. But anyway, like Crystal, I heard that like Crystal, the virtual console for Crystal back on the DS, I heard that after you beat the Elite Four in this game, you get the Mystic ticket and the Aurora ticket, I think they are, for Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Deoxys. I hope that's true. I've always wanted to do those hunts. Those hunts, Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Deoxys are 3 hunts that I really want to do. And I will be doing them if they actually are in the game. I don't know if it's true or if it's just a rumor. But I do want to do those hunts. Even if I actually have to emulate it, that would be fine. I would be okay with emulating those hunts. But I do want to do them. I know I can hunt Ho-Oh, Lugia. I know I can hunt Ho and Lugia at least. I don't think there's any hunt that would... I don't think there's any hunt for Deoxys that is higher than than these older odds. Ooh, shoot. I need to... Crap. Window capture. I forgot to add it to the Twitch layout. There we go. That should be... You should actually be able to see it now. What the hell was I saying? I don't think you can hunt Deoxys. I think the only way... I think the only way to hunt Deoxys is the old Gen 3 ticket. So I don't think you can hunt Deoxys normally anymore. I don't think you can hunt Deoxys with the newer odds. I'm trying to think, because the newer odds started in Generation 5. And I think the only game that you can get Deoxys in past Generation 5 is... Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I think. I think that sounds right. I'm doing well, how are you doing? Yeah, I think it's damn, I can't think. I think it's Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That's the only other game that you can get Deoxys in legitimately. I appreciate that. Are you, have you played Fire Red or Leaf Green? A lot of people aren't very happy with the Switch releases for Fire Red and Leaf Green. I see no issue with paying 20 bucks for these games, but Pokemon is my favorite franchise, and Leaf Green, like this version of Kanto was the first version of Pokemon that I ever played. Leaf Green was the first video game that I ever played. So me personally, I had no issue with the $20 price tag for these games on Switch. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I do not know what that is. I do not know what Cookie Run Kingdom is. What is that? I'm assuming that's a video game. Hmm. since I can only see like it's like very small, your profile picture. It's very small to me, so it actually looks like a boss from Dark Souls 3 called Dark Eater Madir. Move my mouse. That takes me back thinking of that boss, man. Silent Salt. I'll look it up. I think these resets are faster than they were on the GBA. I don't know why it feels faster to me. Fuck just happened? Okay. Why is that? Looks like some kind of gacha game. Really? I can't imagine that's true, actually. I actually don't, I don't watch many live streams myself, so I don't know how people really act on live. Unfortunately, I do not have the attention span to watch live streams. I get very bored very quickly. How long is the delay on YouTube? Good lord. Okay. I've been playing the hell out of Resident Evil Requiem. That game is so fun, and it actually has... It has my favorite, I guess you would say, companion in a Resident Evil game now. Originally, my favorite companion in a Resident Evil game was Sherry from Resident Evil 2. But this Resident Evil Requiem now has my favorite companion in it. Honestly, I haven't really given my favorite Pokemon too much thought. Off the top of my head, I would probably say Jirachi. But I feel like pretty much any legendary or mythical Pokemon is kind of like a generic answer. What is your favorite Pokemon? I should change the title to multi-streaming. Yeah, what is your favorite Pokemon? I'm gonna change the titles here real quick, just to... Someone comes in on Twitch. Okay, that's updated now, or it should be updated now. Then over here, copy paste, save. Cool. All right. That should be better. Now if someone comes into Twitch chat and hears me talking, they will know that I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube now. Yeah, Greninja is a really good Pokemon, so I can't blame you for that. Greninja's awesome. Have you seen the trailer for Winds and Waves? What the hell? The trailer for Winds and Waves was good. Definitely, Winds and Waves looks better than anything else on the Switch. And I know it's just a trailer, so it's on a computer and not on an actual Switch, but if Winds and Waves performs at a solid 60 frames per second, just based off of quality of game, it will probably be the best game released in the Switch era. Fair enough. I've been trying to watch less YouTube and put more of my free time into creating content. I've gotten... In a short time, I've gotten a lot better than I was last year, pretty much all of last year, which was very spotty for my upload schedule. Just because of motivation reasons. But I have put a lot more effort into my YouTube videos recently. It's... The actual recording process isn't all that hard, but the harder parts are thumbnails, titles, commentary. I suck with commentary. I'm horrible at commentary. Have always been horrible at commentary. It's what makes streaming hard for me. When it comes to streaming specifically, you kind of have to think of you kind of have to think like this. um, if people click on your stream and you're not talking, then people aren't going to be very interested in, staying in that stream. I've not played that. I do not play Roblox. A lot of my free time. Pokemon in real life, who would you choose? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a great question, actually. There's multiple different answers you can go, like logically speaking. Just because of like different Pokemon descriptions and different Pokemon abilities and stuff like that. Like Victini is a victory Pokemon. It is said to bring victory to whoever battles with it. So I could understand if you were gonna go that route. Me personally, honestly, I don't know. That is actually a pretty good question. I'd have to give that some thought, but right now, I would say you know what? Right now, I'll give a vague answer, and I will say the unreleased Generation 10 starter, Gekua. The water starter from Winds and Waves. What Pokemon would you have if you could have it in real life? That's a good choice, actually. That is a good choice. It is very cute, very powerful. You're not choosing Mew? Oh, Mewtwo. Well, I can definitely understand not choosing Mewtwo, yeah. I mean, go off of Pokemon, the first movie, or, yeah, I think that's what it's called, Pokemon, the first movie. Or Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back. That thing is a menace. Well, yeah, Mew is, just in general, Mew is a lot calmer than Mewtwo. That's actually another shiny hunt that I would want to do. If they ever brought Gen 3 games to, the Switch, like they brought Fire Red and Leaf Green to the Switch, if they ever brought, Gen 2 games to the Switch, I would hopefully they would release the old C map in Emerald, and I would want to hunt Mew in that game. That's a hunt that I've always wanted to do, but I've never had a Japanese cartridge of Emerald, so I can't. Not to mention, you can't even actually get it anymore. You'd have to buy a cartridge of Emerald and either A, hope that it's already on the cartridge, or B, you would have to buy a cartridge of Emerald that definitely has one on it, but you would pay more for it. I have played both, yes. I love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, actually. Although I'll say this, I'm pretty sure that at one point, Tears of the Kingdom was IGN's #1 rated game of all time, which is just insane to me. It's a good game, but it's not even better than Ocarina of Time. Like, it's not even the best game in its own franchise. Actually, me personally, my favorite Legend of Zelda game is A Link to the Past. I love A Link to the Past. That's fair. I like Breath of the Wild specifically because of the glitch that you can do with the gliders. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a glitch with the gliders, but you can launch yourself very far with bombs and then use the glider to keep going. There's multiple videos on it on YouTube that you can watch to like get a guide for it. It's actually a really easy glitch to do. It's very useful for travel because that map is huge. I actually never take my Switch or my Switch 2 off of their docks. The battery life on both of them are not very good. You know, another hunt that I want to do eventually is I want to hunt Darkrai in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I'm doing a YouTube short series right now where I am hunting Shiny Arceus in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I think I'll do the same thing for Shaman and Darkrai as well. Or maybe I will just stream Shaman and Darkrai. I don't know yet. I'm very frustrated with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl because of the Shiny Charm not working on base odds. The Shiny Charm in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl only work for the Masuda method for shiny hunting, which is hatching eggs. What do you consider brain rot? Interesting topic. Oh, work killed my back today. Well, on YouTube Shorts specifically, there is a lot of brain rot just because it's short form content. It's easy to get lost in, and a lot of people, especially, you know, people that are like 25, 26, 27 and younger, they just sit there and kind of scroll on their phones a lot in their free time. Which, I mean, I do that too, so I can't really blame them, but I've been getting better at actually getting up and doing other things rather than just sitting and scrolling. Like, if I find myself in a loop of sitting and scrolling, I will go think of something that I can actually do to be more productive than just watching YouTube and doing nothing, unless I'm relaxing, and then I'll give myself a break on it. But I typically try not to just sit and scroll YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, stuff like that. Okay. What's the damage? Explain. Explain your question. How long have you been at this? Only about 30 minutes. 53 encounters for 30 minutes is actually pretty good. The soft resets in the Switch version of this game actually feel quite a bit faster than the original GBA version. I don't know if that's just because 12 hours in? Oh lord. Which starter are you going for? If you're going for a starter, that is. This is gonna be interesting. Trying to manage 2 conversations between YouTube and Twitch. Going for Squirtle. Squirtle's a good shiny, I'll give you that. I actually think that all 3 starter shinies are really good in Generation 1 specifically. There are some generations where that is not the case. Chikorita in Generation 2 does not have a good shiny. Hey, Squirtle shiny is really good. I just prefer Charizard's. I prefer Charizard shiny over Squirtle's shiny. Or Blastoise's shiny, but as much as I like the black and red Charizard, I actually prefer the old Gen 2 Charizard shiny, the purple and green one. I might be like the only person on planet Earth that prefers that one. How many soft resets are you at for Squirtle? Are you tracking it or just timing it? Just timing it? I think I'm only really tracking the numbers because it looks better on a layout to have the numbers rather than to just be resetting the game over and over. I actually, I have quite a few shiny hunts that I have tracked. And I don't think I've ever actually reached odds on any of my shiny hunts. At least the ones that I'm tracking. So I'm kind of expecting this Charmander to take me a minute. Just because luck does not last forever. How many, fuck. Do you know the odds? In Fire Red and Leaf Green, the odds are 1 in 8,192. Actually, I recently played through Pokemon Leaf Green again, and I got a shiny Mankey, a random shiny Mankey that was wildly under odds. I can guarantee I was nowhere close to 8,000 encounters. I need to add one there. So is your 12-hour hunt, is that all in one sitting, or have you broken that up into a couple of days? Or, well, I suppose it would be today and yesterday, but... I stream... Well, on Twitch, I stream Pretty much whatever I feel like. I started off streaming Pokemon Coliseum. I was doing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Coliseum, or randomized Nuzlocke rather. But I'm on attempt 6 now, so I'm taking a break from that. Recently I've been streaming a game called The Fields of Mystria because a new update for the game just came out. And I've been very excited waiting for that. And now I'm streaming this, but I'm pretty much open to streaming whatever game, honestly. Whoops. How do I get rid of this? Oh well. Is what it is. Oh no, it is not what it is. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get rid of that. Let me save that just in case. You know what? I'm just gonna reset the counter. It just seems easier. There we go. Just completely messed up my counter. So, is this your first shiny hunt, or have you shiny hunted in the past? Had to have that shiny Sobble. Dude, shiny Sobble is underrated as hell. Shiny Sobble is really good, and shiny Inteleon looks so good. I did the Masuda method that. I've Masuda method hunted before. I have a shiny shiny Chikorita. I have a shiny Chikorita through the Masuda method, and I have 2 shiny Tyrants that I hatched, both of them under odds. And I mean, like, I hatched 2 in under 580 encounters. And I'm currently Masuda methoding shiny Cinderace, or, well, Scorbunny. Yeah, my shiny luck has been kind of insane. Yeah, you're just like my friend. My friend Muddy has horrible luck, just period. Not just shiny luck, but just in general. I'm doing 2 current hunts right now. On YouTube, I've been uploading YouTube shorts. I've been hunting over 10k eggs. 10,000 eggs for the... That's insane. Do you have the shiny charm in either Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet? Okay, so without the shiny charm, the Masuda method odds, I'd recommend doing it if you're going to get serious, or if you're gonna shiny hunt for fun, not really get serious about shiny hunting. But if you're gonna shiny hunt for fun, it's definitely a good idea to complete the Pokédex. They're not too hard. Sword and Shields and Scarlet, or I don't know which game you did that in, but Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet's dexes aren't that hard to complete. I actually have a almost completed living dex in Pokemon Home. It was in Sword. I need I need Ultra Beasts from Generation 7. I think that's relatively, I think that's about it. I also need to get the living dex for Scarlet and Violet. And I might need to do Sword and Shields actually too. Either way, I'm up to Generation 7 in my living dex. A living dex is where you complete a Pokédex, but instead of just taking one Pokemon from a said evolution line and filling out your dex like that, you get all of the Pokemon as if they were different species. So you, in a living dex, you would have Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur, so on and so forth. It has taken me... I've been doing it very casually, so I haven't been going like extremely hard on it. It's taken me a little over a year to get to the point where I'm at now, and I haven't really played that much and tried to get more recently. Actually, I really feel for the people that do shiny living dexes. I definitely don't have the patience for that. I can do a one-off shiny hunt every now and then. There's no way in hell I'd be able to do a shiny living dex. My ADHD would not allow me to do that. Not only do I get distracted too easily, yeah, it really is. Not only do I get distracted too easily to do a shiny living dex, I just straight up don't have the attention span for it. I wish I did. Maybe if I ever become like maybe if I were to do content creation as a job, YouTube, Twitch, stuff like that, I would put forth the effort to at least try to complete a shiny living dex of at least one generation, but I have a job. I don't have the time to do that. That would be a dream come true, though, playing Pokemon for a living. That would be awesome. Or for the YouTubers, yeah. YouTubers and Twitch streamers and, well, the streamers in general. There's a YouTuber slash Twitch streamer. His name is Johnstone. He did a complete shiny living dex of generation 2, 4, and 5 so far. The odds for the Masuda method with the shiny charm in Scarlet and Violet are 1 in 580 something, 585 I think. It took him over 7,000, no, it took him 3,700 encounters, or eggs, to get a shiny Fiona. So some hunts just are extremely unlucky. That's one of the reasons why I don't think I'd ever be able to complete a shiny living dex. With how fast I'm going through these encounters, I am very afraid that I'm going to reset over a shiny. I've done that before and it sucks. Actually I plan on doing most of the soft reset hunts in this game. So I plan on doing obviously the starters. I might do the Magikarp. I don't know about that. I plan on doing the Snorlax. I plan on doing Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. I plan on doing Mewtwo. And if it is true and the Mystic ticket and the Aurora ticket do get added to your bag after you beat the Elite Four, I plan on doing Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Deoxys as well. So I know at least one of those hunts is going to send me over odds. And I'm not looking forward to it. But at least soft resetting isn't that bad. I remember back when I first started shiny hunting, I wanted to get a shiny Bulbasaur in Leaf Green. And I got it in like 130 encounters. And I reset over it. And I have not gotten it since. I have not. Honestly, I don't even think I've tried to get it again. It definitely happens. Just sucks when it happens. Like, I can imagine. It really does. It's almost like. It's almost like, have you ever not reset, but have you ever played so much of a game and then you don't save and then the game freezes and you have to restart from where your last save point was? That's how I felt. I lost all motivation to do the hunt. Happened when I played Final Fantasy X on PC. How are the Final Fantasy games? I've actually never played any of them. Really? Is it an older game? I feel like older games are more prone to crashing on newer hardware than newer games are. Came out in 2000. Really? Jesus. I gotta look that up. When did Final Fantasy X come out? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Final Fantasy X came out on July 19th of 2001. That's insane. Damn it. Although I gotta be honest with you, I love me some older games. I don't know what it is, but I think older games are in a wide majority. I think older games are better than newer games. I did the same thing with the Doom games. During the winter sale, or maybe it might have been the Black Friday sale. I think it was a winter sale on Steam. I bought Doom 1, 2, 3, 2016. Actually, I bought Doom 3's expansion pack as well. And I bought Doom Eternal. Haven't played them yet because my backlog of games is gigantic, but Raiders have been taking up most of my gaming time. I streamed Arc Raiders once, and that was pretty much all that I played of that game. It's good, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, I'll be honest. I don't play a lot of PvP games anymore just because I'm not good at them. I can have fun with PvP games, but I'm just not great at them. So I don't play them a lot. I more so play story games because I love story games. Hey man, sometimes that happens with games. When I originally played Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube, I fucking hated the controls because they're terrible. But I gave it another chance when I bought the remake on PlayStation, and the controls got a little bit better, or just a little easier to control. And I fell in love with it. It's one of my favorite Resident Evil games. Funnily enough, I actually think Resident Evil is one of the only franchises that its main series doesn't have a miss in it in terms of like good games. Especially the newer games. I think Resident Evil 7 is on the lower quality for gameplay, but Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil Requiem are masterpieces. Oh, I've been playing the hell out of Requiem. It is so good. I actually played Requiem pretty much as soon as I got home from work today. Have you played any of the Resident Evil games? Thought about getting it, but I'll wait till it's on sale because I'm really a fan of more recent RE games. Really? I mean, I definitely understand it. I will say, I don't know how much you know about Resident Evil Requiem, so I won't say anything like that what I would consider a spoiler, but it has elements of the newer game, but it also has a lot of elements from the older games as well. So, even if you do wait for a sale, I would definitely recommend picking it up at some point. Why didn't you enjoy Village? I think Village is one of the better games, personally. I think Village is up there with Resident Evil 2. Did that counter go up? Yes, it did. I'm actually, I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 4, the original and the remake, after I get done with Requiem. I started Resident Evil 4 before Requiem. I started Resident Evil 4 months ago, but with Requiem coming out, I didn't want to burn myself out on the Resident Evil franchise, so I'm waiting to play Resident Evil, or to finish Resident Evil 4. Dude, the encounters in this are so fast, dude. Just over an hour and I have 110 encounters already. Crazy. And I'm not even doing this optimally either. I could definitely be doing this even quicker if I'm actually paying more attention to it. I have, obviously I'm streaming and playing this, but to keep me entertained, well, actually, talking to you and talking to the guy that I was talking to, that I was having a conversation with on YouTube, on my YouTube stream, that's keeping me entertained, but I also have music playing in the background. I just have my browser muted, so, on OBS, so the stream can't hear it. It's very nice when you're streaming. I actually listen to a wide variety of music, honestly. Right now I'm listening to Papa Roach. But speaking of entertaining conversations, it's very nice to actually have a chatter to talk to while streaming. That way you're not just sitting and talking to yourself. I have a very hard time keeping conversations going when I'm just talking to myself. Although I will say some conversations come easier than others because it's a topic I'm passionate about or something like that. Like, Thursday, I was streaming the new Fields of Mystria update, and I was talking to myself. hoping that somebody would come in to my chat and talk with me. And I was able to keep a conversation with myself going for about an hour until I got sidetracked. Hey, fair enough. Normally, if I didn't just go in earlier to pick up some extra hours, normally I would also be at work, but today's my day off anyways. That's why I have my streams scheduled for the weekends, because I have the weekends off. So I will be streaming this. Actually, I'll be streaming this again tomorrow. Why I enjoy going to smaller streamers to chat with them. I'm in a very odd spot with that because I also would like to support smaller streamers, but my attention span isn't very good. So it's hard for me to sit and watch a stream without something else to do. Although I suppose when I'm editing thumbnails or editing videos, I could just sit in a streamer's chat. Actually, that's a good idea. I always, since I am a small streamer myself, I would like to also help other small streamers try to grow their communities. So when I'm working on YouTube videos or working on ideas or working on some other random thing, I think that I might go into, I might start watching smaller streamers and chatting with them. Oh, extremely. The trailer, I was actually literally just about to ask you about that. The trailer for Winds and Waves looks so fantastic. And I know that trailers are recorded on computers, so it's probably not going to look as good on the Switch 2, but I'm still really excited for it. If you've seen the trailer for it, what was your favorite starter design so far? Mine personally was Gekua, the water type starter. Yeah, Gekua. It's such a banger design, man. I love that design. That's a Pokemon that I'm definitely going to be shiny hunting for sure. For the most part, I agree. The water starters in Pokemon are actually really... For the most part, they're really good. There are a few exceptions for me personally. I don't like Oshawott, and I don't think Poplio's all that good. In terms of Oshawott, I'm actually not a huge fan of any of the Unova starters. Which is blasphemy in the Pokemon community. I think Unova is a great generation, but I think their starters, they swung and missed on all of them. Struck out every single one of them. In my opinion, yeah. Although I'll also say that as much as I like the Gen 4 trio, I also think the Gen 4 trio is pretty weak in terms of design. At least their base forms. I think that a very common answer, I think Hoenn has the best starters, design-wise. I think all three of them are hits. Speaking of Mudkip, let me look at this. I'm doing a shiny badge quest in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in my free time right now. And I already have 2 of the shinies for my team. And I'm going for a shiny Shroomish at the moment. I got Mudkip in 857 encounters, and I got 3 Ralts within 1,000 encounters. 2 of them ran away, or used to teleport. I'm at almost 1,000 encounters on Shroomish right now without nothing. Which is wild because the Dex Nav has... My luck is very, very good for shinies. That's why I'm expecting this encounter, this hunt for Charmander, I'm expecting it to go over odds, honestly. I think I will be here for multiple days streaming this. But I'm almost okay with it going with, if this hunt were to go over odds, I'd almost be okay with it because I know that eventually I'm going to have to do a longer hunt, and I would rather it be when in a generation where the odds are not as good as the newer generations. So I'm fully expecting one of the hunts that I plan on doing in this game to go well over odds. It is almost, isn't it? It is relaxing to just sit here and, especially soft resetting encounters, you can really just sit and turn off your brain and just pay attention to one thing. Especially, like, when I have a bad day at work, I'll come home and I'll just sit in bed. Well, I'll come home and do what I gotta do before I get into bed. But I'll come home and I'll sit in bed and I'll just hunt something. I need a new streaming candle. My candle's almost done. Can't get my big hand in the damn opening anymore. I'll give it to my sister-in-law. She's small. Because the candle's still got quite a bit on it, but I just can't get my hand in the jar of the glass anymore. Oh. What the hell was that? That was a weird ass cramp that I just got in my calf. So it's a little funny. I'm shiny hunting now on stream, and then after I get off of stream, I have to go and record day 20 of... I'm on day 20 of shiny hunting Arceus on YouTube Shorts, so I gotta record that, edit it, get it uploaded for tomorrow. Like 20-30 minutes. But before I do that, after I'm done streaming here in a little bit, I'm gonna go and get something for my throat because talking hurts my throat a lot. But I'm okay with that because if I don't talk, then I will never... Yep, lost my train of thought. Fucking happens all the time. Oh, I'm starting to get a headache. I want to get to at least 200 encounters before I end the stream. Normally I stream for about 2 hours. So I should get at least 225 encounters before I'm done streaming today. At least. Hey, did you see that they finally are bringing XD Gale of Darkness to the GameCube Virtual Console on NSO? Oh, dude, childhood game for me. It's so good. I'm actually on YouTube. I'm actually doing a playthrough of a ROM hack of XD Gale of Darkness called DX Director's Cut. I'm very irregular with that upload schedule, though. That's just kind of like when I have time. But XD Gale of Darkness is I believe XD Gale of Darkness came out the year after Pokemon Coliseum came out. And the legendary Pokemon for that game is Lugia, Shadow Lugia. Coming up on 150 encounters already, good lord. Oh, damn, my knees. What was your first Pokemon game? That's an interesting topic of conversation. What was your first Pokemon game? Mine was the same generation. Mine was Pokemon Leaf Green. Actually, I say the same thing. Pokemon Leaf Green was actually the first video game that I ever played. I started that when I was about 4 years old. Although, funnily enough, I didn't actually beat Leaf Green until about 6 years ago. I was a very slow child. What in the world is happening? Okay. Played my first Pokemon game when I was in middle school. I was... actually don't even know if I had started grade school yet. Elementary school, I guess, would... I don't know, are you in elementary school when you're 4? I don't know. I had a DS Lite and my friend had the Emerald GBA game. I played a lot of Pokemon on my DS Lite. I've had almost every single generation of Nintendo console since I was born. I still, to this day, the GameCube is my favorite console ever made. I think the GameCube is the best console ever made. I know it didn't sell very well, but I mean, look at the variety of games. And the PS2 was one of the second best. You know, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. The Wii can play all the old GameCube games, plus obviously the Wii games. But there's something about the GameCube that is just... I have mine sitting literally right next to me. And I have the original GBA player disc as well. Love the GameCube. That's where I got my first start for Resident Evil. I played a game series called Blood Rain back then as well. That's another game that I recently just beat. Twilight Princess is my favorite game ever. Dude, I want to play Twilight Princess so bad. I haven't gotten the chance to play Twilight Princess. My favorite game ever is... it's actually kind of a bland answer. My favorite game ever is Pokemon Leaf Green. Just because of the nostalgia that I get when I play it. Which is why I'm so excited for Fire Red and Leaf Green to be on the Switch. Hey, tell Nintendo to make an HD remake. I'm not paying like $150 for the GameCube disc. That's not happening. Although I could emulate it. I need to play Twilight Princess, I know that. But in terms of Zelda games, actually, my favorite game is A Link to the Past. You ever played that? Link to the Past is a fantastic game. I don't know if I have a working Wii in my house right now. I might need to go out and buy one. Was it on the original Wii or was it just the Wii U? I thought it got released on the GameCube and then didn't get released again until the Wii U. It was on the original Wii, really? I did not know that. Or you know what? If they were to remake, not even remake it, but if they were to port the original onto the Nintendo Virtual Console, I'd be happy with that as well. Nintendo GameCube. I don't know what I just said, so I'm gonna say it again. The GameCube Virtual Console. Actually, I need to replay Wind Waker on the GameCube Virtual Console. I have the original Wind Waker disc, and I got to the point where I could go and fight Ganon, but I stopped playing for some reason. Funnily enough, I actually did the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. I played Tears of the Kingdom all the way up until I could beat it, and then I just stopped playing for like a month, and then I went back and finally beat it, like, I don't know, however long ago it was. It's funny about Tears of the Kingdom as well, because the ending of Tears of the Kingdom is actually really good, but Breath of the Wild was a fantastic game. I would never get bored playing Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom I actually did get bored playing. Like, towards the end of Tears of the Kingdom, I just got bored. Although I do remember when I beat Tears of the Kingdom, I didn't have any food, so I ended up beating Tears of the Kingdom. I had to retry the boss fight multiple times because I had like 3 hearts when I beat the boss. When I actually started the boss fight, I had 3 hearts, so I had to do all of the phases of the boss fight with 3 hearts. Which isn't necessarily difficult, because the weapons that you can make in Tears of the Kingdom are just insanely good. But yeah, I can't wrap my head around it, but Tears of the Kingdom to me is just not as good as Breath of the Wild. There's more content in it. Realistically, it should be better than Breath of the Wild. Just I can't say that I had more fun playing Tears of the Kingdom than I did Breath of the Wild. I think Breath of the Wild is probably top 3 for my favorite Zelda games. Let me see, A Link to the Past would be 1. Link to the Past would be 1. Majora's Mask would be 2. Then yeah, Breath of the Wild. Yeah. I hope they bring our Gold and Soul Silver to the eShop. I hope they port the games. Although I don't know how that would work, having two screens. You'd have to figure that out. Although I want them to. I want them to bring Heart Gold and Soul Silver to the Switch so bad. But I just don't know how DS games would work on the Switch. I don't know if they would do like side by side, or if they'd have to do side by side actually. Because top down wouldn't make any sense because there's not enough room on the screen. If you had a choice of what games they brought to the Switch next, what games would you want them to bring? Yeah. Gen 3 would be nice. I was just, earlier in the stream, I don't remember if you were here for it or not. But earlier in the stream, I was talking about if they ever brought Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. One of the remake for the Switch. You want a remake of Emerald? You don't want them to port the originals? You just want a straight remake? I would be okay with another remake or a port, honestly. If they ported Emerald to the Switch, I would hope they would do what they did with the GS Ball and Crystal, and they would give out the old C map. I want a Shiny Hunt I want a Shiny Hunt Mew really badly in Emerald. Just because of the type of encounter it is. That'd be really nice. Or you know what they could do? They could make a Legends game for Generation 3. I think a Legends game for Gen 3 would go really really good. It could tell the original story of like the original battle between Kyogre and Groudon. I think that would be really good. I'll give you, ZA gets a little boring after a while, but Legends Arceus is really good in my opinion. I think Legends Arceus is probably my favorite Switch era Pokemon game, honestly. I actually found a shiny Latios in Legends ZA. The one thing that I'm not a huge fan of the battle system in Legends Arceus. I think the battle system in Legends Arceus isn't great. but the battle system in ZA is just really weird. I think ZA is an acquired taste, honestly. Legends Arceus, in my opinion, is a good game, but Legends ZA is definitely an acquired taste. I was so hyped for them to bring back Mega Evolutions, and then they revealed Mega Starmie. There are some really good new Mega Evolutions, though. I can't lie to you. Like Mega Golurk is insane. Yeah, literally, Patrick. It's like, huh, I wonder where you got your inspiration, Nintendo. I do like the new Mega Lucario though, Mega Lucario Z. I think Mega Lucario Z is pretty cool. They brought Mega Garchomp to ZA, I think. I think they gave Mega Garchomp a new Mega Evolution. Or is that what you were talking about? I think all of the original Mega Evolutions are in ZA. Yeah, I think they just gave him a new Mega Evolution. Garchomp. I think Cerebi is how I figured that out. I woke up either today or yesterday. I woke up and I scrolled Instagram for a little bit and I saw that Mega Garchomp got a new Mega, or Garchomp got a new Mega. I had to wake up a lot earlier than I normally would today, so I'm actually really tired right now. I hope to God I haven't reset over a shiny Charmander. Whoops. Fair enough. I'm gonna hit 200 encounters, then I'm probably done myself. I'm gonna start up again tomorrow, though. I'll be streaming probably 8 to 10 tomorrow. Not probably. Typically when I stream. Oh, whoops. And this is exactly why I say I need to pay more attention. This is exactly why I reset over the damn shiny Bulbasaur. Oh, let's not do that. There we go. Okay. Ten more encounters and then I'm done for the day. Should be 5 minutes. Oops, I want that. This has been probably one of the best shiny hunting sessions I've ever actually had, just like chilling wise, like relaxing. I've just been chilling, listening to music, talking to my Twitch and YouTube chats. Even though there's only 2 people between the 2 of them, but doesn't matter. Probably one of the better streams I've had. I'm gonna get this Charmander on counter 200. The last encounter for the stream is going to be Shiny Charmander. Calling it now. And because I said that, I'm not gonna get this Shiny Charmander until 10,425 encounters. I can already tell. Just jinxed myself for sure. That would be my luck though. I have really good shiny luck until I get cocky about it. I'm almost at 1,000 encounters on Shroomish in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire using the Dex Nav, which has a rate of like 1 in 500. So I'm almost double over odds, I think. That's all right, though. I'm gonna predict that one of the hunts that I do in Fire Red, so like 100 resets an hour. Yeah, something like that. The encounters that I do, I'm calling it now. One of the encounters that one of the shiny hunts that I do is going to be under 100 encounters in this game. I don't know whether it's going to be Snorlax. I don't know whether it's going to be Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, Deoxys, Lugia, the legendary birds. One of the shiny hunts that I do in this game is going to be under 100 encounters. This is my last encounter for this stream. I will be back tomorrow, though. Encounter 200 is not a shiny. Alright, that is all for me today. My throat is getting quite sore. So, to the 2 people that came into my Twitch and YouTube chats, I appreciate you guys. It was actually really nice to talk to you. And I hope that even if not tomorrow, I hope to see you at least in another stream eventually. So I will see you guys. Well, I'll see you when I see you.